to so declare. I respectfully request that you declare the seat of Edo Central Senatorial District vacant in compliance with the provisions of the Constitution, and request the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct immediately fresh elections to fill the vacancy accordingly. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. As always, this is signed by Senator Abamoro, PhD, Doctor of Literature. The other one, FIAMN, I don't know what it means, but I've seen one that is FCPA. That may be fellow, Chartered Public Administrators. Am I right? Fellow Chartered Public Administrators, and also the Senate Minority Leader. So in line with your letter and the Constitution, the seat of Edo Central Senatorial District is hereby declared vacant. And INEC is accordingly invited to conduct fresh election to fill the seat left by distinguished Senator Okpebholo.
And similarly, Idahosa is a vice or deputy governor. His own seat also got declared vacant at the House of Representatives earlier today as well.
Member representing Ovia Federal Constituency of Edo State as the deputy governor of the state. Now that he has been inaugurated and formally sworn in as deputy governor, his seat should be declared vacant to enable the process of by-election to commence towards having a new representative for the people of Ovia Federal Constituency. As always, I accept my warm regards. Most sincerely, signed, Right Honorable Professor Julius Ehovere, OON. Honorable colleagues, with this announcement, it is my pleasure to announce that the seat of Ovia Federal Constituency is hereby declared vacant.
So, to the interesting part now. Now that Edo people have their Okpebholo, because that's what we're going to be calling him, especially now that we saw his meltdown yesterday when he was presenting a supposed budget he wrote for 2025. Okpebholo, the Dodoyo governor of Edo, who was unable to pronounce the figures of his own budget like this.
The Edo State 2025 appropriation bill of 605 billion 76 million. Let me take it again. 506 billion 605 billion, sorry, 776 billion, sorry, it's confusing me. Okay, six.
Order in the house, please. Mr. Speaker must be held in silence, please.
605 billion, and details of the budget proposal for your consideration and approval. Thank you for your kind consideration.
Nuisance Lele.
Governor Okpebholo or Okpebholo of Edo, the Dodoyo governor of Edo, as a defense, in whom happened to be their party chairman in Edo State. The name of the, I think they said he's acting though. The name of the acting party chairman of APC. You know what they say, that if you see anybody inside APC that has a working brain, that seems to be more intelligent than you, your life don't spoil with that too. It's normal, right? To be identified as member of APC, you do not need your brain intact. Do you understand? Have you seen any sensible APC member in your life before? Eh? If you see anybody that is saying is supporting APC, and somehow that person gets more sense than you, about your life don't spoil with that too. And you say your life is irreparable. Finally, seriously. So this is the guy who is the acting or their party chairman in Edo State. According to him, the reason why Okpebholo of Edo couldn't really pronounce billions was because he has never stolen billions in his life. Other people are able to pronounce billions because they are thieves who are able to steal, who have stolen billions. Edo people are considered intelligent people. Where did you get these kind of characters from?
Yes, it's been, social media has been agog with the governor, our governor, budget presentation about mistake on 650 billion and the rest of it all. It's a normal thing. Zuma made such mistakes, and a lot of people make such mistakes. I don't know figures. You see, that is how to know original and innocent people. Obaseki will not make such mistakes because he has stolen billions before. Okpebholo will not make such mistakes because he has stolen billions before. Monday is not a thief, so he's not familiar with figures. So anybody who wants to talk and continue to talk is nonsense. He's the governor of the state, and he's the governor of the state. He's performing, and he's performing, and he'll continue to perform. And anybody who does not like his face should go to hell and burn to ashes. Period. And thank you.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
I mean, I know that Edo people did not really, okay, hang on. I think we know that they rigged the election, but look at the same Edo place where people, they collect their money and they are planting the money. Have we forgotten? And the same Edo. Yeah, I know that the old buying of votes was not really enough to make Okpebholo your governor, your governor. They had to like use the INEC as well. But there are people who collected money. Yeah, I mean, we covered that on this platform. We saw people who are collecting money, beating themselves up because of money. For that guy to, but where this person come from? Eh? So on the one side, I want to feel sorry for Edo people, because this is what you are going to have to face. Except APC, Ekpekebe get destroyed at the center. And so now go have to deal with these guys until 2032. Or more. One generation of my waste here. A whole generation of Edo of my waste them here. Just like a whole generation of Nigerians. You take my waste like a Bukwari wasted the whole generation of Nigerians. Do you even understand the impact of that in your lives? Person that cannot actually read his own budget is a person that will be easily deceived. If you want to steal money and you want him to sign it, all you have to do is that, for example, right? Let's say you want to steal. I'll give you an example. I'm going to type it. Look at the comment. Let's say you want him to approve this money. You know, he can't read it. Let's say 2 billion and 87 million 1,200. Right?
Continue. 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you? Continue. 70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you?
Can you hear me? So I need to be sure. My audio just disappeared on us a moment ago. Right, I think it's working. Now, listen, just this comparative. This comparison, okay? Now, where is that one? I want to put it on the screen. Right? You know, this is 2 billion and 87 million and 1,200. You know, that's what this is, right? On your screen, Abby. Then you put this 2 billion 807 million 001 200. You see the difference? I'm supposed to actually put them side by side. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to get at here, right? You know, this is 2 billion 807 million, right? 1,200. So if you take this, right? If you take this to Okpebholo, your EDO governor, you probably would think he's signing 2 billion and 87 million, not that he's signing 2 billion 807 million. So Okpebholo will be signing it because he can't read it. Just probably he will not even be able to differentiate them. And before you know it, people will be cashing out without doing much. Sure you get? Because you will confuse him. Like a Raji Rasaki, who built this gather. Raji Rasaki, they say if you want Abacha to sign your check, Abacha, I don't even know if they lied to us because Tifnumbu and his gang and their media at that time, they said, please don't go to Abacha and be writing a check of, I'll be writing a proposal of 2 billion and 87 million, 500 and can you cut 1,000? No. They'll say just use a round it up. Just say 2.1 billion. Better. All these putting figures, it's too much for him. I don't even know if that is true because when I was growing up, they told us that Abacha was an illiterate, only for us to realize that Abacha actually spoke a better English than Okuwari. Have you listened to Abacha's voice before? Abacha actually spoke a better English language, clearer English language than Okuwari. I wish I have one of his clips here to show to you. Abacha spoke well, clearer, not without the accent of the Fulani, what have you, but he spoke clearer than Okuwari. Yeah, he did. But they told us that he's somebody that you could not, they said Abacha was an illiterate. How many of you remember that? Lagos Ibadan media, Tifnumbu and his gang, they no go die well. They told us Abacha was an illiterate though, right? And I'm saying this because that's what I heard. They said, Abacha, if you want Abacha to approve any money, don't go to Abacha with all these too many figures. Just round it up, round figure. 5 billion, Abacha will sign. But 5 billion, 801 million, 100, no, that's too much for him. He can't. They said even if Abacha want to read the budget, he doesn't like to be reading all these figures. Unfortunately, there was no social media then. We're just being fed with different propagandas and all that, unfortunately. Now, you see that guy that said, all of you should go to hell. The reason why Okpebholo could not read figures was simply because he has never stolen billions. the same guy, his name is Jared Tenebe. He's the APC, Ekbekegbe's chairman in Edo State. On Facebook, the guy said, some people will have to leave, we have to excuse us from Edo now. And if they refused, they will be forced out. We may start with you. Chairman, what's happened? So this guy asked him, how do you force someone out of his own state for calling out a governor? You called Governor Obaseki all kinds of names. Nobody ever forced you out of the state. Guess what he said? If I ask you to leave and you refuse, you will be killed. But this is not, this guy, it is not what do you call that thing again? It is not a parody account. It's actually the Facebook account of the APC chairman, Edo State. That man that said, whether you like it or not, he's the governor and he's doing well. And if they tell you, say, make you leave Edo State, you don't leave, then we'll kill you. But you know what people, some of my friends in Edo State said, they said, well, Mayego, don't worry yourself. He's an idiot. Edo people don't take threat like that lightly. And he will soon understand that they might think they have power, but there is a limitation to where their madness can be. I was like, the moment everybody believes that nobody has a monopoly of violence. So Edo State is going to be a state of interest that I implore you all to pay attention. And I'm going to as well, for all happenings in Edo State. I'll share some of them with you as they happen. Earlier today in Abuja, aircraft crash landed, but not like that kind of crash landing, okay? Where it crash landed, its landing gear, the front one, actually like, snapped off the airplane. I'm not sure if it was carrying passenger, but it skid off the wrong way into the bush like this earlier today.
The aircraft is really out of sight. Struck in here.
Flying coffins. Did you see the thread of that tires? Did you see the thread? Otila. How did they allow that to still be flying? They know they sell new tires for aircraft in here, because I don't understand. Take a look at it again. How did they allow this kind of aircraft to still be flying with this smooth tires like that with no thread? The aircraft tires are different. Take a look at it again.
The aircraft is really out of sight. Struck in here.
That itself is Earth hazard, Abi. You know what is called the flying coffins? If the tires were like that, now only God go sabi what the state of the engines of that aircraft is. Not only God, then they themselves will probably know. A lot of you are flying in the flying coffin, and now you are like, your life is hanging like by a thread like that. So no wonder, when you are traveling in Nigeria, you would once you enter either on a plane or on a bus or car, you have to start with by binding and loosing. I bind you, I loose you, all of you, the evil spirit where they chop tire. I bind you, all of you, the evil spirit that they chop engine oil. I get all of you, the evil spirit that is working on brakes of I bind you, I loose you, I mean, oh, I'm showing you. The other side, Tifnumbu hosted the German Chancellor in Nigeria earlier this afternoon. And you remember that Tifnumbu was in Germany. Was it last year? It's almost the same time last year. I think it was around the October or thereabout. I can't remember what they promised you, but it was meant to be the meetings with the Siemens for your electricity in Nigeria. And since that time, between then and now, Nigeria national grid has collapsed for about 6 times. Oh, sorry, for about 6 to 8 times. Today, that the German Chancellor is meeting with Tifnumbu inside the Old Rock, Nigeria national grid collapsed again. But this is from the scene of the visit. Mr. Frank Steinmeier or something. What is the name of your chancellor in Germany again? Frank what? Steinmeier or Steinmeier? I don't know. Yeah. It's called you.
Are you good? Yes. You good? Yeah. Thank you very much, Ed.
We have import duty waivers for machinery. We have so many other incentives that we have establish private businesses. That one I can show. We put down our bureaucracy. We have a reform in the foreign exchange market and it's very, very active. We've aligned in our petroleum industry with,